Welcome to the Success Corner, where we feature amazing women in real estate and mortgage. And today I have a very special guest. I'm here with Yanet Rodriguez. Welcome, Yanet.
Thank you.
I am so happy you're here today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So I want to tell you a little bit about Yanet. I'm going to read her bio. Educated, experienced, and trusted. That's how Janet's customers describe her. Helping others in the most honest, diligent, and genuine way possible is Janet's true calling. Yanet worked in retail through her 20s, became very experienced, and at the age of 32, she graduated from Valencia College with a double major in paralegal studies and worked as a family law paralegal from 2009 until 2017. Today, she's the proud co-owner of TBro Realty, LLC, and that's why she's here today. So this is an impressive bio, but we're gonna get into it.
Yes.
And I want you to tell me, in your own words, what do you love the most about real estate?
I love my previous career. Don't get me wrong. I actually wanted to be an attorney when I was younger, but I don't like sitting still. I like meeting people. I like going out, driving around, feel like I'm making progress, like with goals and making other people's goals accomplished. So if I'm helping the community by helping you find that perfect house, if I'm helping an investor finding the perfect building to rehab, if I'm finding selling a home for a seller and it's difficult. I've had sales where like they've had it on the market for a couple of years and I've come to them and said, give it to me. I promise you I'm going to sell it. And that challenge, I'm always up for a challenge. So I feel like in my previous career I felt limited in that. And this gives me, there's always more. You can always do more, level up to more, and help thousands of people while you're at it. So I love it.
And what you just mentioned is why your clients describe you as experienced and trusted. You going to someone and telling them, I'm up for the challenge. I will sell this property. That is very impressive.
Thank you.
And I know you personally, and I admire you. You are very inspiring, and the way your career has taken off, it's very, very impressive.
Thank you.
Okay, so Janet has been in business for less than 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you started TBro at the end of 2019.
Yes.
And then 2020 was a very interesting year.
Yes.
So COVID hit, and you guys still managed to grow and thrive.
Yes.
Tell me how you did that.
So at the end of 2019, that's when we opened our business. And as you know, at the beginning of 2020, this is when everything unfolded with the pandemic. And my partner, my brother, and I pretty much told each other, listen, if we're starting our business in the middle of a pandemic, it can only go up from here. Like, it can only, I get goosebumps. It can only go up from here. So we're not going to let this, keep us down. What are we going to do? And it turned out people needed more space in their homes so they can homeschool, so they can work from home. So people started selling their smaller homes and buying bigger homes. So it worked out for us. But I think mindset. Our mindset was like, no, we got in it to win it. And if anything, we're going slow because we're going far.
Oh, I love that.
And we love that. Like, just focus. This is what we came here to do, and we're going to do it. And we're starting in the middle of a pandemic. It can only go up. So that was our mindset, and it worked, and it's still working. And what we continue to do, just aim for growth.
Absolutely. And you said something very important, that is mindset. Mindset is everything.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can have, everyone has the opportunities if they have the right mindset, right? You can accomplish anything you put your mind to it, but you have to want to do it. You need to have the hunger, and you need to have the positive mindset that you're able to accomplish those goals.
And just to mention something that has worked for me, if you're out there watching and you're like, oh my God, I want to, but I don't even know where to start. We have unlimited resources. YouTube, podcasts, books. I'm not really a person to grab a book and start reading. I fall asleep right away because it's usually at night. But I discovered that Audible is a beautiful thing. You can drive and you can have a classroom in your car. So I've learned to change my mindset and keep myself focused by listening to different books and inspire, being inspired by other people that are successful. And so if you don't even know where to start, just educate yourself. That's, what has helped me tremendously as well.
And it's not that expensive because Audible is $10 a month, and you can get
if you have Amazon, your subscription is included there, and they give you credit. So I haven't even paid for a book in there. So,
and I know everyone has Amazon, so Amazon Prime. So tell me how it is working with your brother.
It's great. I am the pain in the butt, and he's the more calmer, so we balance each other. We have different backgrounds. I have the legal background, and he has the management, like company management background. So that's awesome. Like he has skills that I lack, and then we balance each other that way. And we communicate with each other a lot. Like, hey, evaluate me. What do you think I'm doing right or wrong? And he does the same thing. We check with each other. I have a question about this transaction, so communication, I think, is key, and our personalities kind of balance each other. Like I said, I'm more strict, and he's more calm, but he brings me that, so.
And talking about that background in legal that you have, I think that's super important in this business. I'm sure you deal with, unfortunately, inexperienced agents out there.
Yes.
So I know that background is really helpful, but you don't rely just on that. I know you are always going to classes. You're always reinventing yourself. You're always learning.
Right.
You don't think like you know it all.
Right. So for me, that's very important. For me, it's important that if I send an email out, I read it 3 times. It's important that the grammar's correct. And English is not my first language, so I double struggle. Like, I want to make sure I impress you twice because I wasn't born here. So just always attempt to be excellent at this business, or anything you do for that matter. But if you're in this business, educate yourself. Again, you don't have to have a college degree, a 4-year university degree, or have a legal background like me, but even more reason to then go and take the classes or learn that contract, or the most used contract by heart. Like, many people call me, hey, I have this situation, what should I do? I'm like, did you read the contract? The contract tells you what happens in every situation. So educate yourself, know better than anybody else what you're doing. And that's how your clients or your customers are going to say, I want to work with her. She knows what she's doing. She's taking the time to educate herself. And if she doesn't have an answer, she'll go and find it for me. So that's what I do that I think makes my brother and I also stand out from other agents. I see a lot of lazy agents. I see a lot of agents that have been in the business for years and years, and they're still making these like rookie mistakes. Lack of education and preparation. So you're not going to level up if you don't level up yourself first.
Absolutely. Yes. And you're dealing with one of their biggest purchases that they will make in their life. So in talking about that, I know that although you have been in the business for a short period of time, you have been able to land some $1 million listings.
Yes.
Tell me about that. That's very exciting.
2 listings and a sale and a purchase for 7 figures. So.
Yay! Well, that's very impressive. And again, that education, the way you present yourself, it's very important. And to know that this is your career.
Yeah.
You're a professional.
Absolutely. I'm going to talk about the first one because I think it was the most impressive for me.
Yeah.
Again, I was the little agent.
You think you were the little
agent. So I was. I sang back then when I got that one listing. Imagine this. I'm in the middle of the Lake Nona Golf and Country Club. And what happened was the seller, she had gotten feedback from a few of the agents there that said, no, you have to put all this money into this house to sell it, and we won't be able to get. And you have to understand the client. She didn't want to deal with that. She's a professional golfer. She didn't have time for that. She didn't want to deal with renovations or anything like that. I walked in there very humble and I said, Give me the key to your house and trust me. Your house is beautiful. It can be sold. And if you'd rather not put time and money into getting more money, you just want to get it sold, I'll handle that.
Wow.
And literally, I handle anywhere from going to the stores and buying baskets to organize the pantry to getting the house super, clean by a professional crew to moving all her stuff out at the end of the sale. She was traveling. But I got my first $1.3 million sale, and I put in the sweat equity is where it's at. And then for me, all the money that I spent on the things I bought, on the cleaning, was an investment to begin with. But the exposure I got from that one sale was worth more than anything. Even if most agents don't want to go the extra mile. Do I have to move your furniture? What do you mean? No. I did that, and I will do that because at the end, she left me an amazing review. She said, oh my God, I'm so impressed. Guess what she's going to do? She's going to talk to her other millionaire golfer friends about me and send them my way. So just go the extra mile in anything you do again, but definitely in real estate. So.
And that is a big one because I know that you don't buy leads. All your leads are through referrals. And again, that's very impressive because I work with a lot of realtors and I would say 80% of them buy leads. So the fact that you guys have double your sales year after year just by word of mouth is really impressive.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Yes.
Now tell me about this top 20 under 40 award from the Orlando Realtor Association.
Yes. So I received that last year, and it was the second year that I had applied for it. I had applied for it the year I got my 7-figure listing because I felt that was such a big accomplishment.
Absolutely.
And I was not selected, but again, that's okay. Then you're like, okay, I need to better myself to a point where they think, sometimes, it's good that you're told no, so that way you're like, you know what, I need to level up.
Absolutely.
By the time I applied the second time, we had opened the business, we had our office, our brick and mortar office.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it was actually the last year I could apply because I turned 40 last November.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, this is my last chance, but I'm going to give it all I got. I spent time in the application that I submitted, everything that they needed. And one thing I think that I said to them, even if you don't give it to me, I know I want it already because I feel so accomplished. And I think whoever read that probably said, like, no, maybe you deserve it, and I was okay with not getting it because I felt accomplished enough to where in my heart I knew I deserved it anyways. But they did. They gave it to me, and such a big deal for me, It was. I've been wanting it for a few years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know it was really exciting.
Yes.
Now, you are a mom, you are a wife, you are a daughter.
Yes.
And I know you, so I know that you care for a lot of people around you.
Yes.
How you do it all? How do you manage?
That has been one of the biggest struggle because I do care. I care about my parents, my husband, my daughters, everybody. And that has been the biggest struggle. I have the drive to do all of this, but I have struggled with how do I create this balance?
Balance.
And that word is very important to me because a friend of mine, also a real estate agent, Sam, hi. I talked to her about that one time, and she said balance. That's all she texted me. She said balance, and it sank with me like, she's right. Just try to balance it all, and I'm still working on it. But that's what I've been focusing on. That every time I get overwhelmed, I think balance, and then also managing my time. Like we all have the same amount of minutes in the day.
Yeah.
How much time am I wasting, and how much time am I putting into, like, if I'm complaining about, I don't know, dinner not being done, like, well, you just spent 37 minutes on Facebook then, or something like that. So being conscious of where your minutes are going throughout the day, that has helped me then focus on what it is that needs to get done and create that balance.
Absolutely. Now, I'm big into fitness. So I want you to tell me, how do you include that in your everyday, and if it helps you?
That
stress and everything.
That is another big struggle, like staying consistent with that. But it's crazy that how much it helps. Like whenever I felt like anxious or unbalanced, going to the gym a few days that week or helps me incredibly. By the way, for me, the 5 a.m. class or going in very early in the morning is the best. When I do that, I set my day for success the rest of the day. I'm working on doing it every day.
Well, you put yourself first,
right,
instead of everybody else, instead of
right,
just going and opening your email and start,
right,
you know.
Well, that's the thing too. At 5 a.m. nobody's texting me or calling me or doing anything,
Exactly.
so I don't feel guilty. I'm not taking time away from my family or from my business. I can just get up and go and do that, and by the time I come back, then I can start my day without rush. Do it. Everybody needs to work out.
5 in the morning. Well, thank you so much, Janet. This was wonderful. Again, you are very inspiring.
Thank you so much.
I am very proud of your success. And you know, you can only keep going up from here.
Yes, that's what I'm praying for and working hard for, and you can too. Anybody watching that just starting, just look in the mirror, and that person in the mirror is the only person with the power to get it done. So
Is your biggest competition?
Yes.
You against you.
And your biggest critic.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Until next time. Bye.
Yes.